Which is one of my favourite shoes of 2020. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel, hope you're all doing well. Haven't made a video on this channel in about a year and a half, and now I've made two in the same week. So aren't you lucky people, eh? Today's video is going to be about this shoe, which is one of my favourite shoes of 2020, the Nike Infinity React. I brought this shoe in about May last year, and since having it I think I've run around 1,250 kilometers in it, and it's still doing pretty well. I'm going to use it on my run today. Unfortunately the weather in England is pretty grim, so I was going to film this on my run, but I decided to start the video in the Peugeot and then just give you my review of this shoe and whether I'm going to buy the Nike Infinity React 2, which comes out in I think about a week's time in the UK. So my initial thoughts on this shoe when it came out was, well, Nike advertising it as a shoe that would help prevent injury. I can't remember exactly what they said now, but it was something like it's a shoe that can reduce injury by up to like 20% compared to other Nike shoes, other shoes on the market. Anyway, that was enough for me to buy it because at the time I was struggling with shin splints. So anything that would help reduce injury I thought was worth getting. I paid £140 for it, and I went for the Artist in Residence version, which is this sort of colourful version. It was white when I brought it, but it's now a bit of a muddy, dirty colour because I used it so much. And yeah, my first impressions when on the run was it was quite firm. So when I landed on the ground, it felt really firm. It's got a Nike React midsole, which I think takes at least 100 to 150 kilometers really to warm up, to mold to your foot and to break in basically. But it's definitely grew on me. But anyway, on my initial run I thought it was too firm. This sort of Flynet upper that Nike have, it's all sort of one, like a boot construction. It was quite loose around the heel, so I had quite a lot of heel slippage, and I couldn't quite get a good lockdown because it's all one, so I couldn't really move the tongue because there isn't one. Yeah, so my initial thoughts were it was too firm, my heel was slipping, and it didn't really offer me any support, so I was a bit disappointed in it, but I thought I'd give it a go, I'd let it break in and see how I got on with it. So yeah, as my runs in it progressed, it got softer and the ride became really, really nice, become a lot less firm, and definitely a shoe that I could use for long runs, my shorter runs, could go a little bit quicker. I sort of find this shoe was best for my easy day runs, so when I'm running at a conversational pace, not going too fast, because it is quite a heavy shoe and it's got quite a wide toe box landing area, so it suited more of the easy runs really. I took it on some long runs, I did some trail runs in it, and yeah, it became one of my favourite shoes of 2020, which is strange considering my first few runs I really didn't like the shoe, but now I've put so many miles into it, I really enjoyed it. So my final thoughts on the shoe after running 1,250 kilometers in it is it's still got loads of life. I've had it for 6 months now and I'm still using it as a daily run, easy run shoe, and I plan to for the next couple of months. It's still got lots of life left in it. As you can see, that you can't even, the tread on it is hardly worn at all. So it's definitely a shoe that's built well by Nike to last. So if you're looking for a shoe that's going to last you long, I think you can now get the Nike Infinity React for like 80 quid because it's the older version. It's on sale at the moment, so I would actually consider getting another pair if it wasn't for the heel slippage, which doesn't really go away. You sort of get used to it, that you're not quite locked in that in the heel, and you just kind of get used to it as part of the shoe. It's sort of almost when you wear it, it's hard to tell you even got it on your feet sometimes. But it can slip a little bit. I found after washing it, the Flynet became a little bit tighter, and I found I could get a bit of a better lockdown on the top. So the Nike Infinity React 2 is set to come out in a few weeks, and from what I've seen on the Nike website, they've made some improvements. So this area of the shoe where you put your foot in, the heel area is all padded, so hopefully there'll be a better lockdown there. You won't get any heel slippage, which I think was the main complaint of this shoe. It's completely the same, the bottom bit, the React midsole is exactly the same, so that's good for me. And I think they're going for a bit more of a traditional shoe rather than this boot construction, so hopefully there's a bit more movement in the tongue so you can get a bit of a better lockdown. So there we have it, my first shoe review on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it, my review of the Nike Infinity React after 1,000 kilometers, and stay tuned to see if I buy the Nike Infinity React 2 in the next few weeks. If I do, I'll definitely make a video on it. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.